and manifesting. Good. And so I'm going to do a card pull to give you some guidance for the day, to just give you something to just help you with your thoughts today. So I personally have been practicing being present, and it's something that I'm always practicing, but the past, I would say, week or so, I've been like super intentional about it. And what does being present give you? Well, when you have anxiety, when you have fear, when you have trauma, when you have the things that all of us have, right? I'm not unique in any way. Like, we all have this thing called a mind, right? That auto generates thoughts, and sometimes those thoughts aren't helpful. They're not helpful at all. And so being present just tunes you into the gratitude and the abundance that is in this moment right here, right now. So the mind tries to take you into the future, right? When you're feeling anxious, it tries to drag you into the future and take you to this space where you don't know. No one knows the future, right? And so it tries to drag you in this space of fear and a need to know, a need to prepare, a worry. If you worry a lot, that's future thinking, right? And so we don't want to be in the future, okay? We don't want to be in the future. We're such a future-oriented society. But in the future, that's where fear and anxiety and worry and what ifs and all of those live. And that's not helpful. And then, depression, regret, guilt, those emotions live in the past. And we're not there either. We're not in the past either. We're in this right now moment. In this now moment. So what does that mean? This now moment, we're always only ever in the now. So even when you were in the past, it happened in a now moment. In the future, it can't happen in the future. It only happens in a now moment. So what I've been practicing is just being present in this now moment. And when I'm present right now, like right here, right now, where my physical body is. Hi, Michael. When I'm present right here, right now, in this now moment, I can have gratitude for what is, for the things around me, for my position, for this hot tea, this shirt, this beautiful quilt that a friend made me, to sit in this space with you guys right here, right now at 7:00 in the morning, to be having the freedom to feel or the awareness to have this presence, right? To want to be present, to want to teach y'all to be present, to want to show you the importance of presence. Like, when you're in the now moment, that is where everything is happening. Everything is happening. The past happened in a now moment. The future happens in a now moment. We can't change the past. We can't predict the future. You don't want to live in anxiety. You don't want to live in regret, worry, and fear, and all of these things. When you're in the now moment, you can't be anything else but grateful and abundant and happy and joy. All of that is found right here, right now. So that's been my work for the past couple of weeks, is just really retraining my brain when I feel myself drift off into thoughts about the future, or thoughts about the past, or a what if, or a worry, or just anytime I feel my mind ego drifting into grasping and reaching for something, I bring it into what's here right now. And so right now I'm with you guys, and I love it. I love being with y'all. Hey, Christina. Good morning, you guys. Thank y'all for joining. Okay, so I'm going to quit talking and get us grounded for a moment and pull a card. I'm using the Law of Attraction deck this morning. So just, if you're able, just take some deep in and out breaths. You can put your hand on your heart and your other hand around your waist. If you're driving, don't do this. Okay. So you just want to take some deep breaths to get you grounded in where you are right now, in this space you are right now. And just feel how good it feels to be in your body, to take some deep breaths. And just allow yourself to be in the body. It feels so good to do intentional and mindful breathing. And know that you are loved. You are safe. You are worthy. You are abundant. And you're enough. You're enough. Okay, so I'm going to pick a card. There's a message here that's going to come to me and through me for you. It's going to offer you some guidance, some clarity, some knowledge, some wisdom. It's going to put some of the puzzle pieces together for you and guiding you through your day today so that you can experience more abundance and gratitude and love and safety and all of those things that you want to experience, the peace, the joy, all of that. So I've got a card for us. Let's see what it says. Ooh, it's a good one. I always say that, right? My slightest improvement is of such great value. I love that because I feel like this is going to be urging us to look at the wins, right? To notice where we were and where we are now. I think it's really easy to stay in that mind ego space where it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. I didn't move the needle enough. I still, I reverted back to my old ways or this or that. And that's a mind ego trap, right? We're always evolving, growing, and changing. So my slightest improvement is of such great value. Let's read this. There's tremendous value when you are able to deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way that you feel. For even in that small emotional improvement, you may have regained a measure of control. You no longer feel powerless. And so your trek back up the emotional scale is now not only possible, but it is relatively easy. I love that. It's so true. So the emotional scale that they're talking about is you can't go, well, I'm not going to say can't because some people can, and that's kind of a superpower, but the majority of us can't go from super, let's say, angry, crazy, angry, distressed to joy in a split second, right? There are people that can, but the majority of us can't go from this intense negative emotion to this intense high emotion, right? So the emotional scale, simply put, is there's steps in there. There's little steps to get to that happiness. So if you're in a state of severe distress and anger, there's on the emotional scale, moving up from that and more towards the higher positive emotion, might be I'm trying to think of a good word. Some type of surrender, maybe apathy or complacency or some kind of giving up in a way. What do they call that? What's the word for that? There's a word for that. And my mind is blank. But where you're just kind of like, you don't feel one way or the other. You're just kind of like numb, right? And then moving up the scale might be complacency, okay? Or lethargy, could be something like that. And then you move up, and then maybe it's just apathetic, and then you keep moving up the scale towards more positive emotions, like curious, or you get the idea, right? So when you deliberately cause even the slightest improvement in the way that you feel, for even in that small emotional improvement, you may have gained a measure of control. So, like I said, I've been working on presence, right? Being present when I feel my mind wander to the future or go sink back into the regret or guilt of the past. I bring it back to the present moment. And each time I have that awareness of being not in the present moment, I make it easier to get back to this present moment where I feel safe and happy and loved and joy and positive and all of those things. I make it easier to get back here because that's what they talk about when they say quantum leaps. A quantum leap is simply being able to have the awareness of witnessing where you're at and then getting to the place you want to be. That's the more productive state of mind. That's a quantum leap. And so we take that, we don't see the significance of that because we think it's just a slight thing, but each time we sit in the awareness and we have the ability to observe ourselves in a detached way of in a thinking space that's not helpful, or like being in the past or the future, or having negative emotions, each time we bring ourselves to that awareness and put us back in the state that we want to be in, which is the present moment of gratitude and love and happiness and all of that. Each time we do that, we make it easier to do that again and again and again. Neuroscience calls it creating new neural pathways. So if you're used to behaving in a certain way for a certain amount of time, and your instinct, your reaction is to behave in that way, the moment you say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. So the moment you have that awareness, oh my gosh, I'm doing this thing and I don't want to do it anymore. So that's the awareness. And then the next step is saying, okay, I'm going to switch gears here. When you switch those gears, when you move from the noticing into the present moment, that is the creation of the new neural pathways that make it easier to come back to repeatedly this present moment. I know I'm ranting, but is this helpful? You guys throw up a thumbs up or a heart or something if this is helpful. So that's what I've been practicing with presence, is just being in the awareness of seeing where I am. If you are living with guilt and regret and depression and sadness and grief, then you are in the past. If you are living with worry and anxious and fear and doubt and all of those kinds of emotions, you're probably more in the future. That's not where you need to be. The only place you need to be is here right now, and bringing that presence to here right now in this moment is going to create more joy, more happiness, more stability. And in that stability, you'll have more right action. What is right action? Doing things that feel good, right? That is the right thing that's going to take you to those future things that you desire. That is the very basis of law of attraction and manifesting, is being in the present moment, being in alignment with mind, body, and soul. What is the mind? It's thoughts. What is the emotions? It's soul. What is the body? It's our physical body being present. So when we have those in alignment, then we are taking right action in the present moment that is going to bring us to our future manifestations. Okay, you guys, I hope that card was helpful. So I think that your journaling prompt for the morning should be, if you can get to pen and paper, write this down. I would write, this is super helpful. I do this every so often. So this is called evidence collecting. So on the top of your paper, write evidence collecting. This is where you are going to write evidence. So I want you to write evidence down of improvements from who you were last year. So you just write a list. Think about who you were last year, or whatever time frame you want to think of. Think about who you were, and then just go crazy. Just let go and write a list of all of the things that you've seen a shift in, movement in, improvement in, evolution in, where you've evolved. And this is called evidence collecting. collect all of that evidence down on a piece of paper and check it out. See what you've done. Take a step back to zoom back at your life and look at how you've grown, what you've done, and collect evidence on that. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being with me this morning. I hope that was helpful, what I shared. And I hope y'all have a freaking beautiful day. I hope something magical happens to you. As always, I'm rooting for you. And the update for my challenge is I'm running a 30-day challenge starting May 15th. The link is in the description of this live. It's totally free. So you'll register and it'll be a daily check-in where we check in with each other on Zoom. And the goal is to manifest $500 out of thin air. I love this challenge because this is a paradigm shifting challenge around money. Every single day for 20 minutes, we're going to meet. If you miss the meeting, it's okay. They're going to be recorded and I have them on a hub for you that you'll get a link to when you sign up. It's where I'll have videos and information and the recorded videos of our daily check-ins. Also, you have access to the Facebook group community so we can support each other. And in this challenge, I'm going to be teaching you law of attraction basics, manifestation basics, how to become the vibration to attract what you want, what that actually looks like. And in this, you're going to learn about some limiting beliefs and some things that hold you back from getting what you want, because this is 30 days of boot camp of manifesting, right? At the end of the 30 days, you will have manifested $500, but it's really not about the $500. It's about the journey that you took to magically manifest this $500. And I'm going to teach you how to do that each day and with that daily check-in. So if you'd like to join in on that, it's kind of a fun challenge. It's totally free. And it's just a way to stretch yourself. It's kind of like those weight loss journeys, those weight loss 30-day challenges, except for you're going to be gaining $500 and the knowledge how to manifest anything you desire in your freaking life. So if that's something you would love to do, sign up with the link. Also, I have a giveaway. If you go back on my wall, you can see it. I'm giving away a portrait of a breastfeeding mama. All you have to do is tag 3 friends and share that post, and you can win that watercolor portrait. It's a 11 by 15 watercolor portrait. And just share my page, you guys. I want to grow. I want to grow this thing. Like, this is my passion. This is what I freaking love to do. I love to show up here for you. I love to help people heal themselves. That's what I'm all about. I love being in this culture of people who are just so interested in their own healing and manifesting and all of that beautiful stuff. So share, help me out. Share my page. You can share these lives if it was helpful for you, comment. Otherwise, I just thank you for showing up. I freaking appreciate you. Okay. All right. Bye, you guys. See you later. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Rihanna. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate you guys being on. Seriously, I really, really appreciate it. So I'm not alone on here in the mornings. Bye.